Alright, me Lex here. So I wanted to let the voice on my phone read to you this writing that I wrote. And I want you to pay particular attention to the emojis because the emojis speak. So behind the emoji are words, and you can create certain sentences with these words. If you know that you can highlight them and press to speak, then there's meaning behind each one of these emojis. Now, with that being said, these little emojis could be a good way to communicate in a coded format. So I just want to make you aware of that. So I'm going to start by letting this read to you my entry for 913. So let me highlight this. All right.
September 13, 2022 Flag of the United States. I got your crazy, LLC yellow 5, pointed star, the millennial political party popper, eagle, Y2K Holy Grail bell, Y2K Ark Covenant scales, Y2K Shroud of Turin, word of the day, Statue of Liberty, Lady Liberty, time for time travel trip students, time to file civil lawsuits on theses aliens, where is my attorney? Woe unto you also, ye lawyers, for ye laid men with burdens grievous to be borne, and ye yourselves touch not the burdens with one of your fingers. Woe unto you lawyers, for ye have taken away the key of knowledge, ye entered not in yourselves, and them that were entering in ye hindered. Time to find the KRRPTN in the SPRMCRT in your state, who is KRRPT in your Supreme Court, federal judges, county judges, district court, police car revolving light, alien, axe, UFO, rocket, satellite antenna, small airplane, satellite, behold crystal ball, the whirlwind tornado of the Lord goeth forth with fury, a continuing whirlwind tornado. It shall fall with pain upon the head of the wicked. Behold, a whirlwind of the Lord is gone forth in fury, even a grievous whirlwind. It shall fall grievously upon the head of the wicked. At that time shall it be said to this people, and to Jerusalem, a dry wind of the high places in the wilderness toward the daughter of my people, not to fan, nor to cleanse, even a full wind from those places shall come unto me. Now also will I give sentence against them.
This
the
is
fierce
Trump.
anger of the
This
Lord
is
shall
Think
not
Tank
return
22.
until he have
Hakshan
done
on
it,
Moon.
and until he have performed the intents of his heart. In the latter days he shall consider it. The anger of the Lord shall not return until he have executed, until he have performed the thoughts of his heart. In the latter days he shall consider it perfectly, when thou art in tribulation, and all these things are come upon thee, even in the latter days, if thou turn to the Lord thy God, and shalt be obedient unto his voice. For the Lord thy God is a merciful God, he will not forsake thee, neither destroy thee, nor forget the covenant of thy fathers which he sware unto them. And the Lord said, I will remove Judah also out of my sight, as I have removed Israel, and will cast off this city Jerusalem which I have chosen, and the house of which I said, my name shall be there. Now the rest of the acts of Josiah, and all that he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah? And the rest of the acts of Hezekiah, and all his might, and how he made a pool, and a conduit, and brought water into the city, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah? But he is an uppointing index, mind, and who can turn him? And what is soul gemstone? Red heart? Desire, even that he do it. And these things hast thou hidden thine. I know that this is with thee. The Lord of hosts hath sworn, saying, surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass.
I love that Trump posted this ad on Truth Social where his wife is thrown under the bus.
Snow-capped mountain, volcano erupting, tread him under my foot. Then shall his yoke fright egg depart from off them, and his burden depart from off their shoulders. For thou hast broken the yoke of his burden, and the staff of his shoulder, the rod of his oppressor, as in the day of Midian, strife, place of judgment. The feminine noun Medina, meaning province. EDB Theological Dictionary submits that this word is an Aramaic word, but perhaps it was so readily incorporated into Hebrew because it expresses the smallest unit of governable area larger than a single city, i.e. a jurisdiction. Note that this word also exists in Arabic, where it also became applied as the name of the famous city. The chief theological significance of this word is that apparently it embodies the idea of government, in whatever realm. In all aspects, it represents God's government as both among his people, and among all people. This indicates that our verb describes a more natural government by people who are naturally equipped to lead, folks who are wise and strong, in contrast to the governing done by some formal government, which consists of folks that obtain their positions through their abilities to please the king. The verb
Din.
din means to judge or govern. It's an old verb that mostly describes the authority of a naturally superior, because that person is wiser, stronger, older, etc., in contrast to the governing done by a formal government, by politically favored and appointed officials. The noun
Din.
dayan describes one such a leader, and noun
Din.
din describes anything pertaining to primitive governing, a judgment, plea, complaint, contention. Noun
Madon.
Madden literally describes a place or judging, and is synonymous with the contending that goes on in such a place. Noun
Madonna.
Medina described the jurisdiction of one judge, and became the word for province. The word
Medin.
occurs in Judges 5:10 with an unclear meaning, rich carpets according to NAS, and JSP, and judgment according to the KJV. In 2 Samuel 21:20 our word means war or battle, and in Proverbs 19:13, the constant dripping of a contentious wife could equally well read a Midianite wife.
Medini.
That is to say, not literally a Midianite wife, but rather a wife like a Midianite. The proper plural,
Medinim.
or Midianites, occurs with the meaning of contentions in Proverbs 18:18, and the to be avoided woman of contentions, or a woman like a bunch of Midianites in Proverbs 21:9. Whether the name Midian is related to the name of the famous Arabic city of Medina, where Muhammad is buried, and which is called Yathrib in the Quran, is not clear, although the short answer is no. The name Medina, namely, comes from the word Medina meaning city. However, the word Medina is just one of a few words for city. This word Medina appears to only denote a specific kind of walled city, and the word also appears to have been imported from Ugaritic, where it denotes an assembly of deities within an enclosure. These deities probably behaved like all assembles, whether divine or not, which is debate and decree. So the slightly longer answer is yes. Shake thyself from the dust, arise and sit down, O Jerusalem, loose thyself from the band's chains of thy neck, O captive daughter of Zion. The Lord then answered him, and said, Thou hypocrite, doth not each one of you on the Sabbath loose his ox or his ass from the stall, and lead him away to watering? Where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his yellow five-pointed star in the east, and are come to worship him. And ought not this woman, being a daughter of Abraham, whom Satan angry face with horns, smiling face with horns, ogre, goblin, hath bound, lo, these 18 years, be loosed from this bond on the Sabbath day, unto what is the magic wand, kingdom western castle, of God like, and whereunto red heart on fire? Shall I resemble it? Whereunto shall we liken the kingdom sparkles, flag of the United States, shooting star, of God mirrored ball, or with what comparison bar chart, receipt, newspaper, book? Shall we compare it? Whereunto then shall I liken the man zombie? Two men holding hands, dancing men wearing bunny ears, merman with dark skin tone with trident, two men with heart between them, bearded person, bearded man, two men kissing, man, with dark skin tone in a sauna, man genie, prince, man with medium skin tone juggling colored balls, man astronaut with medium skin tone, man elf, man vampire with dark skin tone, pregnant man with dark skin tone, man factory worker with dark skin tone, man with dark skin tone dancing, pirate flag, of this generation. And to what are they like? Thumbs up, satellite, small airplane, UFO, rocket, motorboat, passenger ship? What thing shall I take to witness Old Key?
Passed the Senate today, in addition to preventing a government shutdown, October 1st, which is the start of the new fiscal year.
What is up with these government shutdowns?
Ahead of the vote, Senator
All right,
Patrick
if
Leahy,
our
Democrat
government
from Vermont,
doesn't have enough money to
Appropriations Committee
operate,
Chair
that they're going to shut down, what the does that mean?
The resolution we're about to consider contains $18.8 billion for the FEMA Disaster Relief Fund. It bring available resources in the fund to We likely aren't going
So
to
they
know
just have
the
money
extent of the
sitting in
damage
an account
for
somewhere
several days.
on reserve
So that
for
every time you watch
catastrophes
the
or
news,
crisis
you have
events.
more damage.
Add the money.
But I remind my colleagues that we are the United States of America. And I'm ready to work
Don't
with my
even get me
colleagues to
started on
respond
friendly
when is
reminders,
needed.
bro.
I don't care whether a state is represented by Democrats or Republicans.
I
They're
don't
part of the
care
United
if
States
this
of
is
America.
governed by
As
Republicans or
chairman of the
Democrats.
Appropriations Committee, I'll work with
Blah
you
blah blah.
in the months
I'm
ahead
so much
to
power.
get the funds you
I have
need.
so much power. I don't
Now,
care if God
that's
rules
it.
or
I'm
not.
glad that we've reached agreement to fund the federal government through December 16th.
Now
And I
check
want to
this. They're
thank
asking
my
money
good
just to
friend,
get through
Vice
till
Chairman
December 16th.
Shelby, for working on this.
So what if we
I
just all stop
especially
paying our taxes
want
ahead
to
of
thank
time?
Leaders
Like
Schumer
letting
and
the money
McConnell
come out
for their work and cooperation
pre-taken
in
out?
reaching this point.
Does that mean that
They both
we have enough
understand the
fat
need
to
go
trim
forward.
that we could
Senator Patrick
actually
Leahy, Democrat
shut
from
them down
Vermont,
for
on the
longer?
Senate floor. The Senate passed this short-term federal government funding bill, 72 to 25, sending it over to the U.S. House. 22 Senate Republicans joining all Democrats in voting yes to avoid the government shutdown, and 25 Republicans
Who were the
voting
people
no.
who voted
3
no on
Republican
this?
senators
That's
did not
funny.
vote, Senators Lee, Portman, and Rubio. One of the no votes was Mike Braun, Republican from Indiana. He spoke before the vote.
When they look at our Capitol, they see a twisted knot of lobbyists, corporate interests, and a mountain of debt that just gets higher and higher. We
need this guy, unless he's a freaking actor.
$1 trillion more each year than we take in. And recently, that's gone up to $1.5 trillion. To normalize that just does not make sense.
To normalize the amount of debt does not make sense.
Kids
God
and
help
grandkids'
us. I'm gonna
future
call up
go
God
up in
because you know
smoke.
what? Money don't
Every American
exist.
family is paying for our failures here. Congress as a whole, and particularly this body, seem to have no interest in turning this big ship away from the rocks.
Senator Mike Brown,
Instant
Republican
suddenly.
from Indiana, on the Senate
I always
floor.
say
In the
we
Senate
have
vote
got
today
to
on the
turn this
short-term
ship
government
from
funding
hitting
bill
the iceberg
72
because if we don't,
it heads
we are
over
going
the
to
House.
sink.
The bill also includes
And like
money
I think
for
we've
Jackson,
probably hit the
Mississippi
first
to address
2
its
panels.
municipal water crisis,
Go Skates,
and
y'all.
money for